All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here at Domino Park with my new friend,
Drake.
Hey, Drake, what's happening, bro?
Not much. Enjoying the Sunday.
Now, are you a native New Yorker?
I am not. I'm
Where
from Texas originally.
Really? What part?
Houston.
Oh, yeah. All my people live in Houston.
They sound
Champions area.
Yes, sir.
And what moved you to New York?
I moved here for a girl.
Oh, yeah.
And
All
it
right.
didn't work out, but that's okay. I fell in love with the city, so it's all good.
Okay, I'm going to leave that alone. All right. You didn't get a tattoo for her, did you?
No.
Oh,
Thankfully
all right.
not. No.
And you're at least 18, know that we're filming and okay with this going online. Okay. And so how old were you when you first started thinking about tattoos?
I was probably like 13 when I first started thinking about tattoos. I would watch Ink Masters and like Miami Ink with my dad back in the day, and he would always look at me like, I could see you getting tattoos one day.
Now, does Dad have tattoos?
Dad does have tattoos.
Okay.
Yeah, Dad's got like a black and gray sleeve, so I kind of have a different style than him, but yeah, I was pretty young when I started getting interested in tattoos.
And how old were you when you first got your actual one?
When I first got my first tattoo, I think I was 18.
Okay. So, all right, so can you show it? Is it visible?
Yeah. So,
okay.
So this is my first tattoo. I got her when I was visiting Rome from a guy named Paolo Piscitelli. He's based out of Rome, like I said, and I love the colors, the red and the green and the white, and that was when it all started. It was all
now, why that particular one? What speaks to you?
I have a bit of Native American in my blood, so
yeah.
I thought it was not only a cool design, this was kind of like his specialty design, like the Native American girls with the headdress.
Yeah.
And I just thought it was really beautiful and kind of a cool tie to my background a little bit.
And how did you find him? Do you speak French?
I do not, no. I found him on Instagram and Tumblr.
Oh, that's Italy,
back
Italian.
In the day. Yeah, so I found him on the internet and I reached out to him when I was in Rome, and he had some time to get me in while I was there for a day.
Wow.
So very special experience, yeah.
How long did that take?
This took probably 2.5 hours.
Okay.
Pretty
What do you
fast.
do when you're spending time at the shop?
When I'm at the shop, I try and like focus on my breathing and, you know, kind of like sort of meditate to try and like get through the pain.
Okay.
You know? Have a little conversation with the tattoo artist. Just kind of kick it.
Okay. Now walk us through what we have. By the way,
yeah.
I love that you have color.
Thank you. Yes, sir. So I'm a really big fan of American traditional. I think that's kind of bold, classic, colorful, tried and true style. That's always been my favorite. So this was number 1. This was number 2. Shout out to Jared Green. He's a tattooer in Texas at Old Crow Parlor in Houston. He did this at a tattoo convention, and he actually won 2nd place in the American traditional category for this tattoo.
Now, were you the model for that at the show?
I was.
Okay.
Yes, sir. So, love my eagle. I always get a lot of compliments on that. Holly Ellis, based out of Sacramento, she did my rose, and she's a beast as well. This took about 3.5 hours, but I've just slowly started to fill in the gaps, and, you know, I'm from Texas, so I had to get a cowboy skull to show the roots.
Okay.
I love the dragon. The guy who did my eagle, he actually did my dragon. So I like finding artists who I can continue to get work done with, you know. And my boy, I have a friend, Ben. He's based, his name's Ben Yu. He's based out of NYC, and he's done every single tattoo on my legs.
What shop?
He is at 5 Points Tattoo in Soho, and he's also at Fly-Right Tattoo in Brooklyn. And I would highly recommend anyone who's interested in traditional, Japanese traditional.
Oh, that's beautiful. Tell me about this one.
So this is my Pegasus. I love the idea of a dark horse, you know, the underdog. So for me, he's my dark horse, you know, never count out the underdog.
I love the color on that. So you seem to be very purposeful with your tattoos.
Very intentional.
So how do you select them and then select where they go on your body?
Sure. So I love symmetry. I feel like my legs are kind of a good testament to symmetry. The spider and the scorpion, you know, the knee cats, the great white and the hammerhead, and then the Native American girl with the cowgirl on this side, the clipper ship with the anchor, as well as the good luck anchor. I just like symmetry and I like balance. So for me, if I see a tattoo that I think looks really cool, I'll save it, kind of think about it, and then bring it to my friend, and, you know, he'll kind
Bring
of
it to life.
redraw it and bring it to life. Yeah.
Now, I mentioned that I love the color. What got you into or comfortable? Because a lot of people don't like color.
Yeah, I'm a fan of black and gray, but I feel like for me, the color, I'm lucky. I have a good skin tone that the color really pops out on my skin. So for me, it's just like, that's what I love about traditional tattoos. They're bold, they're bright, they're made to last, you know. Bold will hold. So
Okay.
that's my style.
And how old are you now?
I'm 31 now.
And do you think you'll get tattoos infinitum, or is there a certain point where you'll cut off?
I think my cutoff date is when there's just no more empty space.
Okay.
But for now, yeah,
So for you, is it art, inspiration, or combination?
combination.
Okay.
Huge fan of the art, huge fan of design in general, and I'm a huge fan of showcasing that.
Now, what kind of work do you do? Because does that go along with your work?
It does. So I do graphic design, animation, motion graphics, working with advertising agencies, and I
Okay.
design clothes and jewelry. So to me, they go very
They go
hand in
hand in hand. So some people say that they find the needle soothing or addictive. What's your take?
It's addicting. I would say it's addicting. The end result, seeing it when it's finally done, it always makes me eager to get back in the chair and to fill up more empty space.
Wow. Well, I know I'm holding your time. Last question. For people who don't have a tattoo but may be considering getting one, any advice?
My advice to people who are interested in tattoos but don't have one yet is to take your time. To wait, sit on the idea. If you're thinking about it 2 months later, 3 months later, and you still really want it, then I would say go for it. Don't be in a rush, you know, to just fill it all up. Take your time with it. It's a marathon, definitely not a race.
And what about picking a tattoo artist?
I would say do your research. Find, you know, people who have tattoos that you really like, and then seek out those artists. Don't just be willing to give your money to anybody. Take your time, do your research, find someone who you can connect with.
I'm sorry, one more question.
Sure.
The tattoo conventions that you go to,
Yes.
why and or how do you go?
So I think tattoo conventions are a great place to go for people who are just getting started with tattoos, because you can see 50 to 100 different tattoo artists in one building all at the same time. So you can really kind of compare and vet different artists at the same time until you found one that you really can resonate with. And you get good deals at tattoo conventions most of the time too. People are willing to kind of hook it up for a good price and stuff like that. So, and people also sell like ceramics and merch and flags and stickers and all that stuff. So it's a good time.
Excellent. Thank you.
Yeah.